Girl, look in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. In this reaction video, I'm going to explain to all the men out there that if you are in a relationship with a modern woman, black women in particular, or any other, why and when you should leave her alone, okay? And this is very important for the younger men out there and for some of the older men to learn, to understand, and to grow from, because you are putting yourselves or keeping yourselves in situations that are unhealthy to you. But let me go ahead and put some of these things on the screen for you, and we're going to get right down to business. Can you dig it? Did. Hold on 1 second as I put on the screen. Like I always say, let's get it.
When women are used to dealing with men that's chasing after them, they don't learn how to really communicate effectively. They don't really learn how to deal with men and respect men, because if it's just men chasing after you, you're not going, you feel like the ball is in your court. It wasn't until I decided to take on a challenge with a man who I didn't have that upper hand with, instead of just saying he's sassy and block him, I said, dang, this one is like way a hard catch. I want to challenge that. I want to see if I can, you know, respect this man in these certain ways. His expectations wasn't like the other dudes, because the other dudes wanted me. So when
right there, everything up to this point, I want you to understand something, what she said in the beginning. She said that when men chase women, the women have the upper hand. And let me add something to that. When men chase women, it's because they do not understand their self-worth. No man with pride, no man that feels that he is valuable is going to chase any woman. If a woman is interested in you, she will make herself available to you. This is one of the ways of how you get chose with your mouth closed instead of doing that conversation, run the nation stuff, okay? When a woman is interested in you, she'll make sure she gets into proximity of you. For example, if you're at Walmart, a grocery store, a retail store, and she sees you and you haven't noticed her, she'll find a way to become noticed by you. She'll get by you in the store. She drops something by you. She might be singing a song, talking loud like that just to get your attention, laughing loud just to get your attention, so that you would notice her. Gentlemen, as I've said before, you have to understand, men shoot their shot directly. The majority of women shoot their shot indirectly. Did you hear me? Sometimes they won't talk to you. They will throw choosing signals like the one I just described to you and put themselves in close proximity of you to be noticed. That's them shooting their shot to you. Now, you do have some faster women who will walk up to you, dang, you fine, and stuff like that. Those are the exceptions to the rule. But most times, women who are worth their salt throw themselves at you indirectly. So when you are chasing a woman, you don't value yourself. You give her the authority over you. All right? We're discussing boundaries today, and I'm going to cover boundaries a little further in this episode, but let's keep going.
when dudes are chasing women, women got that upper hand anyways. We got what men want. So once I began to challenge myself with the guy who made me, he was putting stop signs in front of me with all the toxic things, all that, sending them paragraphs and all that, you not about to get a response. Or you think you about to pull up, you not about to get an answer either. That's making me respect his boundaries, and it's making me respect him, something I never had to do. So I feel like you gotta challenge yourself. I challenge myself with the person I like the most. It's the difference when you actually like somebody and they are not the soft guy, they are not the one that's gonna let you get over. You now are put in a position to challenge yourself. Now it's either you gonna cut him off because he ain't kissing your butt and because you not feeling as though you're the catch. When you dealing with somebody else who know that they are also the catch, that's where that real shadow work come in. And instead of me running from that situation and just go get me another dude who gonna chase behind me, I'd rather deal with the man who gonna make me see a reflection of myself and that's how you work on yourself. That's how you truly work on yourself.
I noticed when she said a man who also realizes that he is the catch, that means he realizes or understands his self-worth. A lot of men do not understand how worthy they are. They don't understand the value that they bring to a relationship. Although we know what it is that we do, what we possess, unfortunately, men do not understand that what they have earned is also valuable to women. This is why women run over you. Boundaries are the rules that you have set in your life that keeps you having a peace of mind. Boundaries is what you set in your life to keep you feeling good inwardly or inside, meaning that you're healthy. Healthy, when I say healthy, I mean, you know, have a good attitude. Nothing's really bothering you. You're protecting yourself from drama. You're protecting yourself from stress. Now, one of the many things that women do who are domineering, they will test your boundaries. The reason why they test your boundaries, for one, they want to see you're not a weak man. For two, is because they want to run over you. A woman will move into your apartment or your house and try to run it. Now, when you tell women you want a woman to make your house into a home, if anything, which I don't really, you can say that if you want to say that, but what you're meaning is you want a woman to put her woman's touch in that household, spruce it up a little bit, you know what I mean? But you don't want her to take over the house, okay? When a woman begin to push your boundaries or test your boundaries consistently, you should leave that woman alone, even if she has moved in with her or if you have moved in with her. If she moved in with you or you moved in with her, you should leave her alone, because once a woman begins to test boundaries and it is the same consistent thing, that woman will not stop until she tries to break it. What you have going on right now is a struggle between power. When a woman tests your boundaries, she's trying to usurp your authority as a man, because she might have been used to other men letting her have her way. For example, if I tell you, or if you tell her, clean the kitchen since you're living here, I want you to wash them dishes, make sure no dishes in the sink. She understands what you said, but she's going to test that. She's going to wash the dishes maybe 2 or 3 days out the week, but she's going to skip a day just to see what you're going to do or say about it. Once you ignore that, she's going to feel that she needs to test you in other ways. So if you're consistently telling her the same things over and over again, all that's doing is getting you more upset and angry. When you begin to feel that and you want to start cussing her out, or even worse, want to put your hands on her, let her go. Let her go before you feel like you're getting angry and stressed out. And say it like that. Because a woman who would not respect your boundaries do not respect you. A woman's way of showing her respect to you, gentlemen, is respecting your boundaries, your no's and your yeses, your do's and your don'ts. If women do not respect your no's, if she does not respect your don'ts, she's not the woman for you. It doesn't matter if she's half traditional, because we are men and we deserve all traditional things that come from a woman. Women have no problem telling you that they want all traditional things from a man. He got to provide, he got to protect, he got to do this, and that, and this. But when a man says, I want you to shut the hell up sometime or all the time, I want you to be submissive and feminine, I want you to follow my direction. You see, when men tell women to do things, it shows the man that she's willing to follow him because she trusts in his judgment. It's deeper than just telling a woman what to do, what you women don't understand. When a man tells you to do something and you don't do it, what you're telling us is, I don't believe in your judgment. You don't deserve my submission. I don't want to listen to you. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna have it my own way. Those type of women must be dismissed. Now let's go to the other thing. I want you to check out what this lady had to say. I'm sorry about the little rant, but it's real though. All right, let's get it. Now this is important.
If ladies want a man to provide, then you gotta let that man also protect. Because you can't ask to have all your bills paid, but then you don't want this man to be able to put boundaries around what is conducive for him to be activated in a way that wants to love and provide for you.
Did you hear that? You have to allow a man to put boundaries around you, woman, to make him feel that he wants to provide and protect for you. What does that mean? That means that you are shutting the F up and you're following our instructions, directions, and you're doing what it is we're telling you to do. Once you do those type of things, we find you deserving of our protection. We find you deserving of our provisions. Now, I don't believe a man should provide and protect a woman as much as he should or as much as he would if he was married to that woman. But if that woman is living with him, then yeah, you have to do some providing, you have to do some protection. But even still, she has to follow the boundaries that you have established in your home or your apartment. Now, if you're living with her, which I always discouraged, but if you're living with her, then you are subservient to that woman. There are a lot of pookies who get thrown out on their asses when they don't do something right because he's underneath her control. He might not want to say that, but it's true. She can put you out. As a man, you must rule your castle. As a man, you must rule your house. And it takes strictness to do that, son, because a woman is wild and loose. And if you go back to biblical times, even in the Garden of Eden, before there was any sin, a woman's natural instinct is to disobey. Even if she hasn't sinned yet or did anything wrong, there's something in a woman that causes her to desire to do the wrong thing. Like when the serpent tempted Eve, temptation is not the sin, it's doing or giving in to the temptation that is the sin. A woman is easily tempted by her own emotions, her own thoughts, by outside influences. She's always going to be like that. That's part of a woman's nature. It takes strictness to keep a woman in line. And that strictness is called boundaries. And that boundaries is the equivalent of love. There's no such thing as love without boundaries. There's no such thing as love without do's and don'ts, can'ts and cans, will and will not do's. If you don't, love has requirements, man. If you don't have any type of requirements, then you don't love that person. That means you can do whatever you want. She can do whatever she wants. Love is a little bit selfish. So if there's no boundaries within that relationship, or if she's continuously testing your boundaries, that woman don't love you. She loves herself. She's selfish and she wants to control you because probably there's a benefit there for her to profit from. Let's keep going.
Just because he's present doesn't mean he's a father. You saying what time are you getting home? What time are you getting home, baby? Just because he's present doesn't mean he's a father. You saying what time are you getting home? What time are you getting home, baby? If it was familiar to her, it was because her father asked that. It's familiar to me because I had a real father who protected, who provided. For women who have fathers who are really in their life who say, baby, that's too much.
Yeah.
Or he says, you know, what time you get home?
Yeah.
Or that's too late. Or my dad would even tell me, baby, listen, you get more bees with honey when it comes to a man. He said, Daddy don't mind you being strong. But when I see you in your relationships, you wear the pants, baby. It's okay if that's what you want. But if you ever want to switch it up and get a different kind of man, you got to let them overalls go a little bit. But see, that's a real father who's telling me right for wrong. So my point of telling you is when a man comes in and says, why didn't you pick up your phone? To fatherless girls, that's controlling.
Damn.
To a woman who had a father who loved her, who served me, who doted on me, to me, you're a husband. Now,
There you go. A lot of the reasons why, gentlemen, you having difficulty with these women is because they're being raised by single mothers and there's no fathers in the home. Because again, and I agree with this lady 100%, not on everything she said in her lifetime, but this right here, when a girl, a daughter, is not raised by a father or see a husband running their household, when she hears a man say, call me when you get there, where you at? Change your clothes, change your haircut. Change your hairstyle. You're not representing me. Your hair is a mess. Your clothes a mess. You're staying out too far. You're staying out too late at night. I don't like the group of friends. These are the type of things you'll hear from your father, if he's a good father. Because you can have, like she said, a father could be in the home, but he's not being fatherly. He could just be there letting the woman raise the child, letting the TV raise the child, not really showing much interest in the child. But when it's a good father, he's going to tell her, I don't want you to run them type of girls right there at school. They're bad news. The same thing a man would tell his woman if he care about her, I want you to stay away from them. Stop taking their calls and stuff like that. You know what I mean? She's not good. I can see something that you're not seeing. Women will call you controlling because they have never been raised by a father, because a father would tell that to a daughter. A father would tell his daughter, girl, what you got on is too skimpy. It's too revealing. It's kind of whorish. It's too tight. You might not use the word whorish, but you get my drift here. See, you need to dress like a respectful or respectable young lady. I don't want your curves. I don't want your cheeks hanging out. I don't want you looking like this in the public eye because it brings dishonor to yourself and to our household. It's a reproach to our family. Now, if you talk to a woman who never had a father, and you say, look, I don't like what you got going on. I don't like how you dress. Your boobs out. It's too tight. Stop it. She'll get an attitude with you because she didn't have a father to teach that. See, if a woman is raised by her father, she is easier to make a wife. If a woman is raised by her daddy, I say daddy more than father. If she has a daddy in her life like that, then she knows how to be more submissive and how to follow a man's instructions and strictness and chastisement. When a woman is raised by her father, she won't see a man's boundaries as controlling or as bondage. She will see his boundaries as a form of protection and love because she experienced that when she was a child. Now, if she has no daddy in the home and all she saw was what mother did, then she's going to do what mother did because she never saw her father as a husband check his wife, maintain order in the house, protect and provide. She never got to see her daddy express love in the form of strictness, in the form of boundaries. All she saw was her mama sleep with different men or didn't see her with any man that was her husband. So it's dangerous for a young girl to be raised in a home without the father. So all these women who are giving all these or having all these non-marital births and pushing out all these different bastard children from different men are destroying the futures of their daughters because all they're being taught is education is the father. Uncle Sam is the father. My friend's influences is the father. So they take all that stuff to a good man and he can't do nothing with her because she has never been groomed. She never been taught. She never been molded into understanding that men of value have boundaries and they're going to expect you to follow them. That's a weak man who lets a woman run him. And at the end of the day, women don't want a weak man. Let's keep going before we get out of here.
If you let me go out to 10, 12, 11 o'clock at night and you don't show any, you're a husband. Now, if you let me go out to 10, 12, 11 o'clock at night and you don't show any concern, guess what? I'd ask you not to call me no more.
Oh my God.
Because how come you weren't concerned about your woman that you have an intent of wanting to marry or an intention of being a family man or a husband? So I'm just showing you men out there, when you get women who are not used to what protection looks like, you don't need to down her or you don't need to disempower her, but you need to check with yourself and say, wait a minute, I want a woman who is open and receptive to a man protecting her.
I'm going to tell you something, but you got to find that woman. Hold on right quick. Something else about checking women. See, a lot of people think when you say check women, it's a negative thing. It's actually a great thing to check a woman because you're correcting the course of a decision. Because women can make bad decisions, man. Everybody can. But you'll find women who always seem to make a lot of bad decisions. They mean well, and you have to check them. You got to break them. You know, you got to break women. Most of the time, you're going to find yourself having to break women in order for her to be a woman because she's not being raised. She's been failed by her mama, grandma, and everybody else. She don't know what the fuck being a woman is to a man and think because all her friends are doing one thing one way, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, I want you to hear what this man got to say, and we'll be out of here, Jack. Let's get it. Can you dig it?
You got to check everything because if you let her slide, she gonna start ice skating on your ass and doing all types of figure eights and tricks on you, right? And if she pushed that line on you, you could never push it back, right? If a woman tries to get out of pocket with you in, let's say, church or let's say at a funeral, you have to check it because if that woman knows it's a place she can get out of pocket that you won't check it, she gonna get out of pocket in that place every time.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier about the kitchen example about washing the dishes. If she get out of pocket, I don't care if her mama there, you correct her. If she get out of pocket, I don't care if the daddy there and he want to beat your butt for it, you correct her. Because you're not dating the mother or father. You set rules. If you talk to the in-laws, you talk to them the same way. You stand, you let your balls hang. You say, look, don't you pop up to my house. You're welcome here anytime. Talk to the in-laws. You're welcome to come anytime, but we ain't doing that damn popping up 2 a.m., 7 p.m. None of that. If you pop up at 10, you say, well, we just in the neighborhood. Can we spend the night? Nope. You take your ass down to Motel 6 over there. as I am a man, and I am a man, you're going to respect the fact that I am a man. I don't care if you my family members or my woman's family members. You will always respect me as a man. I'll get straight to the point. Now, you're going to have to come here. If you want to come here, you got to let the man of the house know. It's crazy because, like, back in the day, that was not unusual. The man of the house had to be in the loop of everything. Now women are so quote unquote independent and strong, they feel that the man don't need no shit. He come home, there's a whole family in the house. Her family and the family from next door, friends in the house and shit. He got to come in there, walk around there, can't relax and shit, got to say hi. No. All of you silly looking mother, get out of my house right now. And when you leave, it's going to be me and you, woman. When they leave, it's going to be me and you. And I'm going to set this shit straight right now. And the people that leave gonna know you said something to them, and that's fine with me. You know why? Because they don't pay these goddamn bills. They ain't busting their ass for my shit and for her. So as long as I'm in this mug, what I say go. And I don't know where that has disappeared from. I mean, that was not unusual back in the day. And there's nothing wrong with still thinking like that. That's part of being a man. It's not being controlling. It's being a man. So whenever you chase a woman, you give her the upper hand. And if she start crying and when you correct her or something like that, don't be a sucker and give in to that. Because men are creatures of feelings as well. We feel like, oh, man, maybe I'm being too hard or harsh. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's just a result of change that's coming to her. It's growth. It helps her. When you spank a child and that child crying, you sort, man, I love my daughter, I love my son, I hate to see him cry. And you beating him, you whooping him and shit for something he did wrong. And you feel, oh, I can't be doing this. All you doing is hurting that child because you teaching that child that behavior is okay. Now because you don't want to whoop him. When you whoop that child, you are causing growth. That child is learning not to do certain things that can get him caught up in the future with something else. Man up. Let your balls hang. Can you dig it? Anyway, I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. You let me know what you think about this episode. Y'all take it easy now, you hear?